It's all about the same matters on how to regularize your status. Good afternoon to all of you that are live right now on Facebook watching me. Kudos to you all. My name, as you can see, is Tokunbo Olagbaye. And I want to continue to appreciate you all for your support. I want you to know that without you, human being, it wouldn't be possible for me to come on Facebook. It will be irrelevant. So I want to show my appreciation. I want to continue to recognize you. I want to let you know that you are highly appreciated as you are coming in one by one. My topic and my program every time where we come on, I want you to know is on legal talk. How to regularize your status. For those who have been following me on my media program, which I just finished one now before I come on Facebook, I don't want to mix them up anymore. So the Facebook is different and this is different. So each time you want to come on, it's about legal talk on immigration issues. So I want you to follow it on. You're most welcome. One by one, I can recognize you. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for coming on one by one. It's all about legal talk. Thank you for coming on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Kudos to all of you. Kudos to you all. Thank you. Good to see you as well. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you. Good to see you. Thank you. You're all fantastic. You look gorgeous. You too. Perfect, beautiful girl. Thank you. It'd be nice to be having your natural picture on. So when I'm making comments, I don't make comments wrongly. So when you have your picture, it will be nice. Thank you. You are fantastic. Thank you for sharing. Share. Thank you. To all those who will need it, they will have it. Courtesy of that Orlando Award to some of the clients who asked for it. Orlando Award is for you, those that complain on Valentine's Day that I should put Orlando Award back on instead of putting the other one on. That is why I play it back to you now. Courtesy to you. Orlando Award is played for you. Courtesy to all those that asked for it last week Tuesday when I was on program chatting and playing around with you on Valentine's Day. You basically asked for Orlando Award when I played it. You wanted me to continue that day. So I sank it into my brain. So I bring it back for you today. To those who wanted it.
ọmọ burúkú padà lẹ́yìn.
That is true. I want to make sure. I want to talk about the common mistakes that I notice that people usually make. I want to deal with common mistake so that we can avoid that mistake when it comes to putting an application to come to United Kingdom. Today, it's about dealing with common mistakes people make when they are submitting an application to their entry clearance officers in the country of origin. To avoid common mistake, I want you to avoid it. I want you to tell your family, especially those who are abroad, overseas, avoid common mistakes so that you don't get 10-year bar on your application, on your record. You are not barred for 10 years. If you are banned for 10 years, then that is a disgrace. So it is advisable when it comes to issue of putting in an application from outside, overseas, making application to come to United Kingdom. I am saying it in particular that we need to avoid common mistake. You know, there's so much mistake that be made. So I want people to see if they can do all in their capacity to avoid that mistake continue to repeat itself. It's always good to avoid repeat mistakes. The only way to avoid repeat mistake is when you have education of this type at your doorstep. You are getting it for free online. Meanwhile, it can never be free. If you come to my office, you should know that. There is no way it can be free. But I want us to avoid common mistake. So it's the reason why I am having this program on. Right, we have to carry on now. I was trying to see if we can get nice connection so that there wouldn't be any problem when we start. I can't let this music waste. Let me dance. Dance, Jari, my sister. Nice to have you all online. Thank you for joining us here. I want to deal with common mistake. You know, common mistake when it comes to issue of making application to the entry clearance, as we call them, ECO. Of lacking here, there's a connection problem. It's really affecting the flow of speech. That's why the music is coming up instead. You know. Thank you from United States. Thank you. God bless you as well. Thank you. When we have this kind of opportunity to listen, we can then pass it on to those who are not online at this time. The basic issue here is the mistakes being made by applicants. They are quite heavy as a result of instructing local lawyers who have no knowledge about the United Kingdom jurisdiction. So they just think that application can be put in anyhow. The risk is on you applicants. not on them, because you would have paid them, they would have gone away. So as a result of that, you are stuck. The United Kingdom border is saying, which is the home security for ours in this country, it's saying that when you are seeking leave to enter United Kingdom as a visitor, there are some requirements that are set out, and you have to comply with those requirements to avoid mistakes, to avoid refusal. As big as you can be, which means as rich as you can be, you will still be refused if you don't use an eloquent, qualified person of my status, of my caliber, to put in an application in honest mind, with honest mind for you. You'll be refused. My name is Tokunbo Olagbaye. I deal with applications all over the world when it comes to entry clearance. You might be anywhere. As long as you want to enter UK, I will deal with the application from this office or from my office in Lagos. So I would like to encourage you, if you are online and you know you have family that want to come to UK, I beg of you, let them take advice from my office before they instruct local lawyer. There is no even need for them to instruct local lawyer, because I have done thousands of applications from office here in London or from Nigeria. The mistakes that are majorly being made is that people are applying. They have previously applied. They have forgotten the information they have submitted to the entry clearance. As a result, they change the information again when they are resubmitting. Absolutely disgusting. They are going to refuse you. You will be definitely refused. Of course, anyone that wants to travel to UK, I would expect you to have money to consult. So if you don't have money for consultation, it means that you don't have money to travel. It means you are just coming for fake. Yorùbá ní àtòkè lọ́lọ́jì tí máa mẹ́kún sun. We have to make sure you are up to the tasks you have mentioned. So talk about lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Initial advice. We're having internet problem here. I don't know whether you guys, can you hear me properly? Please show sign that you can hear me properly. Good afternoon. Can you show that you can hear me properly, because my internet is cutting off and coming back. So I want to make sure that I'm talking to people that can hear me and that need my services. Thank you. I want to show that people that are really genuine are online and they need my services. So if you can hear me, please show sign that you can hear me. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So when you are seeking application to come to UK under 6 months, you have to show that you are a genuine visitor. There are two ways of making application to come to UK. You see, there are several ways rather, but the visitors one is codified in a way that you can be a family visitor or a general visitor. The family visitor, of course, we must have family in the UK to come and visit. And if you qualify yourself as one who is a family visitor, you must take an invitation letter from that your family living in the UK. And when we talk of family living in the UK, it has to be a family that has visa, Tony status láti dúró ní UK, because that family will be sending an invitation letter, copy of his or her passport to show status. Do you understand? And a proof of address with bank statement if it's going to fund your coming to them. So it is so important that we don't mix things up. We get it right. I can change my... it looks as if we are... The internet is an issue at the moment, so I'm trying to make a recall. Let's see if you can change because we are really struggling with internet. I'm in the office, but the internet is a bit all over. That is not a problem. You will have my number now. You will have every information you need, you know, to move things forward smoothly. But I just want to make sure that you can both hear each other properly. You know, I think I'm struggling with the internet this afternoon. Satan is a liar. You know. Yeah. I'm not sure whether you can still connect with me perfectly. You know, if you can still connect with me, it will be nice. You know, because the internet is great problem at the moment. It is a great problem, but I want to try as much as possible to make sure that it doesn't disturb any of us. It's normal now, okay. So we're talking about the issue of making an application to the United Kingdom, especially those who are overseas. When you are making an application to come to UK, there are things that you have to be wary of. And if those things are not properly taken care of, you will not be able to have a successful application. But majorly, I want to deal with common mistakes first. You know, I want to deal with common mistakes. When you are making an application to come to UK, you have to show that you are genuinely a visitor and you are not going to stay more than 6 months. And your maximum must not exceed 12 months as a visitor. So anything you want to do, once it's becoming more than that, then it's going to be an issue that has to be dealt with. You know, it's going to be a big issue. Majority of the time when the application is submitted to the entry clearance, when they bring it back to me later on, after when they have made their silly mistake and I read it, many of it is not worth refusing. But because they have failed, you understand? They have failed to adhere to common issue, to deal with the major one. That is why it becomes common mistake. So when you want to put in an application, you have to take correct advice from the grassroots, from UK, not from Nigeria. Because the lawyer in Nigeria are not equipped. They will only read textbook, which means anyone can read textbook. But the crucial one is those who practice it on the land, in that particular soil of England. These are the people that can give you authentic advice. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thanks for coming on, my sister. Thanks for coming on. So when you are making an application, you have to show that you are working in Nigeria first as a visitor. You have to show that you are going to return back. If you are not working and you are self-employed, it's still a job. You have to register your business with the authority of that country that you are coming from. If you don't register, you are wasting your time. So I don't know why people find it so difficult to listen to common instructions, common advice. When you put in an application, there are certain documents that has to be in place. Those documents is like ingredients in the soup. And when one of it is missing and you are used to it, your soup is going to be tasteless. So you should be aware of that. Thank you. Okay. So you understand? Once one of it is missing, then it will become tasteless. Then the whole purpose of that application is useless. Because what entry clearance officer is looking for is tick. A scenario where you lack that ticking, then you are going to be refused. One, you have to show that you are genuinely seeking entry as a visitor, whether family or general, to the United Kingdom, and you are going to return back. You have to show that you have intention to leave United Kingdom at the end of your visit. You must not take employment. So if you sneakishly take employment, do you understand? You're on your own. You have to show that you do not intend to undertake public funds or even to take course during your coming. A course of study, unless you are permitted to do so under your visa. And it has to say student visitor. You have to show that you can meet the return, the inward and return cost of the journey. So you must have a ticket to show in and out. And when you are coming like that, you have to show that you are not a child under the age of 18. So the scenario for child under 18 is different. Avoid common mistake. Don't give your application to those stout people who do not equip their brain with UK jurisdiction. I beg of you. I will not necessarily come out and be making noise unnecessarily if it is not important. The mistake is it's too much now. It's a common mistake. Thank you for your support. Thank you. So sure you understand. You have to try as much as possible. Otoro man koro. But we have to say it to those who have ears so that they can listen and avoid it. You see, during your visit, nothing must be in your handbag when you are coming to show that you want to come and get married when you do not have permission to do so. Nothing must be in your handbag to show your national insurance number or to show NI or to show place of work when you do not have permission to come and do so. So it is simple and pretty straightforward. Before you put in an application to them at the foreign office, It is evidence that you must show that you are going to return back. And when you are submitting documentation, it is important again that you show that documents are genuine. They are not fake. If those documents are not genuine, my dears, that will cost you 10 years. If you put in that document and they're not genuine, it's going to cost you 10 years to make another application to UK. Because you will be automatically banned once they have discovered that this is a deception. It's fraud. The documents are not real. They're going to ban you for 10 years. So if I were to be in your shoes, I will be taking advice from Brightway, which is Tokunbo Olagbaye's office, either here in Nigeria, in Lagos, in London, or in Nigeria. Of course, when you come to see us in the office over there, you have to pay for consultation. If you can't pay consultation, what is the tendency that you can afford to pay your inward and outward tickets? What is the evidence that you can even afford to pay the visa fee? Sure, you get me? So these things are very important. I want you to put them in your mind. You have to pay. In the UK, anyone that wants to come to my office, I have done it in a way that I have fixed my consultation fee for over 15 years. And as you can tell, I am a senior solicitor. I am not just the solicitor underground or under table. And I'm also a senior immigration practitioner in the UK. But I intentionally fix it so that it doesn't make life difficult for clients. So I will be advising everyone that wants to come into this kind of scenario to make sure that they take proper advice, so that they don't get shot, they don't get caught out. I'll be back. Right. So once you are able to show that you can meet the cost of the inward and outward journey, that is a different matter. That's fine. So those evidence have to be inside your application. So you have to provide 6 months bank statement. And the only way to show you can meet inward and outward cost is as a result of you having income. Not just from somebody to go and dump 5 million in your account or dump 3 million, 2 million in your account. There is no need for those things. Gone are the days. Even gone are the days. It's properly check and scrutinize. So you won't go far with it. You have to demonstrate that you have an income in and out to return back. And you can only demonstrate that through your bank statement. That's your immigration. Hello? Yeah, hello, hi. Good afternoon. I'm on live Facebook right now. So if you want to ask a question, are you comfortable to ask why I'm live? I should be able to do so, but I'm on a live Facebook at the moment. So, yeah. And I call on Monday, so my secretary will deal with that for you. Yeah, so my secretary will give you an appointment to see me. Thank you. Yeah, bye. So like I was saying, it is important that we understand the requirement. The question here is that I want to ask if the derivative application is still effective. Of course, if you have been given the 5 years, you can apply for another 5 years. But you should be wary of the fact that it can never become permanent residence. So if you have 5 years under derivative law, of course, you can apply under the same heading for another 5 years. But you will never have permanent residence with it. Once that child is 18 that you are relying on, you will be kicked out. You will definitely be kicked out. They will kick you out. So you need to be wary of that. So the line is open now on 07908 628 240 for those who want to ask questions. 07908 628 240. Yeah, somebody's been waiting. Some people have been waiting seriously. Hello, we are on live Facebook. Yeah, we are on live. Yeah. Okay.
I'd like to make an inquiry.
Okay, go on then.
Yeah, I got a sister who she masters in UK.
Okay.
Right. So after her masters, she went back home. But she intended coming back. They were calling what she said. One gets a very good lawyer. We are talking about process. We are working permit of 2 years and all that.
It's not that pretty straightforward. She needs to get an employer herself under skill tier 2. She needs to seek for employer. Employer needs to satisfy. Employer needs to apply for her to the Home Office before she can be allowed to come back to UK. If she's back in Nigeria now, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yes. Work permit is not that there anymore because it's the post-study work that they gave them in the past. But that opportunity has been taken off. Probably people maybe they have misused it. I'm not too sure what happened between them and the then Secretary of State. But it was taken off because the opportunity once lost can never be regained.
So what you suggest we do now, ma? Is it possible for us to do it through you, or she should just handle it herself?
She needs to do it herself. I cannot locate an employer for her. That means you've turned me to a recruitment agent looking for. So she needs to look for an employer and tender her situation with them. If they find her worthy, they will be making an application for sponsorship to the Secretary of State first.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Mom.
You're most welcome, sir. Thank you. Bye. The telephone number again is on 07908 07908 628 240 07908 628 240. So that's the line we are now. It's on 07908 628 240. Hello. Emma Kaso. Okay. Ṣọmọ yẹn ní kíní tẹ́lẹ̀. Tó bá fẹ́ ṣe renewal ẹ̀ ń sọ. Yeah, why not? Yeah, parent of a British child in the UK. Why not? Common issue nìyẹn, but when you get to that bridge, you will cross it, isn't it? You're most welcome. Hello? Hello? Lágbára Ọlọ́run. Okay. Tó bá fẹ́ ṣe lágbára Ọlọ́run, lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ó sì máa ṣe, ó sì máa submit, everybody gbọ́dọ̀ submit ní ìsìn, ó ti yàtọ̀, orin ti yàtọ̀ sí tàtijọ́. No anymore, not only on that anymore now. Agbára Ọlọ́run. Yes. 2 years ni àti discover tẹ́lẹ̀ mo rò pé bóyá kìíní 2 years ni 2 years ni English test, but life in the UK test mi rò pé wọ́n expire until here because it's a knowledge.
Okay. For 2 years.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter by indefinite. Okay, ma.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, hello?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you.
I want to ask a question.
Okay.
Money in your country, Nigeria, so then British daughter.
Okay.
The daughter is 13 years old.
Okay.
So, someone else after what she university in Dubai.
Ìwọ bí ọmọ yẹn sí. That's the first question. You see, the issue of student finance is different from what I'm dealing with. But then, as far as I can understand the system in and out very well, gbogbo ọmọ tán bí sílùú ìgàn ló sanwó school. Even my own child paid kí náà porúkọ ẹ̀ nígbà tó lọ sí university because time tí wọ́n náà increase his school fees. So he paid 10,000 a year and he was born and bred in this country. Do you understand? So for your child to benefit in that area, they call it 10,000 yẹn gan fún per year. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ residence in the UK for 3 years. Tí ó bá residence kó padà wá kó wá residence, wọ́n máa treat ẹbí international student ni if care is not taken. You're most welcome. Okay, bye. So we're still talking about how to regularize status, what you can do, how to avoid common mistakes when it comes to submitting application. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, ma.
Ẹ káàsán o.
Ẹ káàsán, ma.
Yeah.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́
My voice mi tẹ́lẹ̀ nìyẹn o. Tẹ́ bá my voice mi tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ ti mọ̀ pé ó unique. Okay. Carry on. Okay. Okay.
So that's July last year, application.
Okay.
So this thing, what is the qualified time for next month? Qualified we are can't ship medium service because all along we share this stuff but here to 6 months. So I hope people are about because I bet she premium for that time. What you need
Pálí ẹ̀ ò sí lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Okay. Okay. Tí ó bá dẹ̀ ní pálí lọ́wọ́ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé kò ní lè lọ ṣe English test. Ó ní ìdí pálí yẹn tí ó bá ní pálí yẹn kò lè lọ ṣe English test. Kí lẹ fẹ́ withdraw fún? But think back getting right, withdrawing application means that you are leaving the country. Are you aware of that? So, ìwé wo ló ní tẹ́lẹ̀ tó fi apply fún extension látọ̀dọ̀ Home Office? Kí ni status ẹ̀ tó ní tẹ́lẹ̀? I want to know. Hello.
Hello, ma. Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon. How can I help you?
Yes, ma'am. I just want to ask a question, ma. Mo fẹ́ má bínú, ma. Mo fẹ́ bèrè nípa ọmọ tó ti ní ìwé British.
Okay.
Wọ́n ní pé àwọn òbí ẹ̀ náà ti gbé àbẹ̀ ti gbé ìwé wọlé láti àkọ́lé.
Okay.
Tí wọ́n wá ní lóye ẹ̀tọ́ pé wọ́n máa fẹ́ ìdílé ìlú wọn tó máa ń fẹ́ dáyọ̀ lóhùn sí tó máa ń tó 6 months. Òun tó wá pé 6 months di January sí kò sí ìrìbàdí ẹ̀dọ̀ bí tó wá sẹ́ndì lọ́yẹ̀ wá sẹ́ndì mẹ́sẹ̀jì sí pé kó pàtó láti ṣe pàtó láti ṣe ẹ̀wọ̀n ní ọkọ̀ sí ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ tí ó lọ bá ẹ̀ sí ṣàlàyé fún kébì kan tó wọ̀ mọ́ tó yóò jẹ́ kí wọ́n dìde tó fi ń dìde kan tó bá lọ bá MP pé MP máa ń jẹ́ kí kíní yẹn kó àbàtà mo ṣe ní kí n pè kí n bá bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Well, tó bá lọ bá MP, they will only answer MP on one condition because he's a member of parliament. But that doesn't mean that they will bypass the requirement or the prerequisite. So the letters that majority have taken to MP and that we have seen so far, it's never changed. It's still the same thing. But me going to the MP who mind business here. They call it so far time for my run share one. You understand? So it depends. Sometimes they can tell MP because go for musile. They can share time fresh.
According to me, tell me something. You must have put one of the push up on one of the 6 months. So I think anytime there is so one day down because of the biometric.
One day down anytime, so I won't worry about that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. Right to immigration. Hello. We're still on the same matter and how to regularize your status. So what is your question that you want to ask? You are live on the Facebook, so are you comfortable?
Hello, yeah, my name is Okwesi.
Okay.
I just want to ask, I'm having a 5 years family of EEA at the moment.
Okay.
And I'm due to renew soon. My partner is not working for the past 2 years. So I want to know the effect of this on my renewal.
In fact, it's a high. That's a serious matter. If you are a family member of European Union and your partner who is an EA national is not working, don't even bother to go in for permanent residence. Don't want a grant here.
Okay. What would you advise now?
Well, since you have discovered that error now, call Oshishe so that you can apply for another 5 years. The battle time. The missing period can never be filled back again. I will not deceive you. So I won't even make mistake. Let's apply for permanent residence because it's going to just put you to appeal stage.
Okay, man.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Hello, Brightway. Yeah. Kí ni passport ọmọ yẹn ní? Ṣé British lọmọ yẹn? Níbo lẹ́ni ìwọ ẹ̀ ní kó wá gba advice ni because mi ì lè capture gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ lórí phone. There is no way I can get everything. Do you understand? So just tell the person to come to office and come and see me, please. I'm in Woolwich. Yeah. And I'll book an appointment with my secretary on Monday. Yeah. You can just call anytime on Monday and book appointment. Yeah? All right, thank you. Bye. Hello? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Hi there.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, please, I just want to find out. I got my stay 2010.
You have your stay in 2010.
Yeah, I want to find out if I'm qualified to apply for British passport.
Well, it depends on what your situation was before you apply to get your permanent residence. So it's not that straightforward. What do you have?
Before I got my stay,
Yeah.
I was illegal here.
You have overstayed before you got your stay.
Yes, I overstayed, yes.
So that's permanent residence they gave you. Did you have 2.5 years, 2 years, 3 years before you were given?
No, I got indefinite stay straight away.
So you have to calculate your 10 years from 2010. So you have your 5 years to go.
Oh, okay,
You have to wait again. Okay? Hello? 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 I'm not going to pick up any landline now anymore. So anybody that wants to phone me, please try to see if you can phone on the mobile 07908 628240. I'm not picking up from landline anymore. The landline is for you to book appointments during the office hours. The mobile number is for me to give advice right now on 07908 628240. 07908 628240. It's for me to give advice right now. So if you're there, that's your chance to ask questions. Hello?
Hello,
We thank God.
Yes, ma. You can't sorry, ma. Like UK, ma.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma. And my money British son, no one, ma.
Okay.
So what need advice? Say, baby, or anything.
British child, only British passport, lower. Yeah. But do you want to pay where Wale because only British passport lower? You have not answered my question. My question to you is that you said you have a British child. Can you submit an application or his application? You can't do that if it's a British. British will have a status already. Are you saying that you want to apply under that child?
Under that child, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can put in an application, of course.
Okay, ma'am. Your younger brother, being a student, that one is from Nigeria, but both of us are.
You will apply together, okay?
I can apply together.
With the child, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. I'll be back. Hello.
Hello, ma.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Customer.
Thank you.
Yeah. Question, ma.
Thank you.
Mo fẹ́ sorry make inquiry ni ẹni yìí ó fẹ́ EU ó dẹ̀ ní 5 years. So 5 years ó máa expire next year. I mean, ó máa gba indefinite.
Okay.
Ṣé ó lè divorce? I mean, marriage yẹn wọ́n jà lójúmọ́ wọ́n ṣe kí wọ́n ṣe gbá. Ṣé tó bá divorce ṣé kò lè affect it because ó níṣẹ́ tó dá lọ́wọ́ ó ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lẹ́ rich.
It's more complicated than that. So whoever it is, I would advise the person to come to the office and take advice properly.
Okay.
Because I don't want to say yes or no, and then at the end of the day, anything can go wrong, and you started saying that it's lawyer to Kumbo.
Oh.
Yeah. Please.
Bye.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Hello? 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 Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, go on quickly, because there are quite many people online.
Yeah, I just want to ask a question. She's a student. She was there and overstayed.
Okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. A friend of mine, she's a student and she's overstayed for the student.
Okay.
So she's thinking of what to do. She has not had any kid in this country yet. So she doesn't know what to do.
A friend of yours,
Yeah,
has he overstayed now?
yeah, she has overstayed now.
Ooh. So what do you want to know?
She needs an advice what to do if she can, but she doesn't have any kid at the moment.
My telephone number in the office to call on Monday to book appointment for consultation is 0208 309
Okay.
8808. Tell her to come for consultation in the office. It's a tailor-made advice for her, not for general. So she needs to come for advice. Yeah. Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, ma?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, go on then.
Okay, I want to make an inquiry, please.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, because we've been here for 7 years and on student visa. Hello?
Okay. Go on, I can hear you.
Yeah, we've been here for 7 years on student visa, and we want to make an application for our child who is 7 years old now in the country. But we brought the child when she was 6 months old, and we have another baby now. She's 2 years old. So, and then our visa expired in 2015, and then my husband applied for FIS. Is the SLR or for the medical, because he was supposed to have a surgery on his leg. So we are on that visa now, and they make him to go for the signing every 6 months. They did not give us the visa. The application is still with the Home Office, and then our daughter will be 7 years in the country next month. So we want to put an application on behalf of her. So we want to know if that is okay.
That is going to be difficult. I have to be honest with you.
Okay.
So I don't know how you want to go about it.
Yeah.
But categorically, it's going to be very difficult. If the child is just going to be 7 years and it's both parents that want to apply under that child, it's a no-go area. It will not succeed under this planet.
Okay. So what do we have to do now?
I am not Home Office. I'm just telling you what can happen. I didn't get your scenario properly. The only thing I get from what you have said is the fact that the child is going to be 7 and both of you want to apply under that child. Yeah. Anything other than that, pick up the phone number or the same number you are calling on. Call on Monday, book appointment, and come and see me, you and your husband.
Okay, where are you? Where do you best be?
I'm in London, Woolwich.
London?
Yeah.
Okay, ma. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Yálà ọjọ́ ọjà máa ń dì mí, mo kí ẹ
it's such a difficult one when it comes to the issue of making an application under a child that is 7 years in the UK. Both parents will never succeed. Even one parent is struggling to get it right. Not to now talk of people that are both parents that want to put it on under that child. It's not going to succeed. Hello? Yeah. I can't know.
Yes, ma. I'm going to advice.
Okay.
More UK in 2013 through my husband.
Okay.
So, by the time I was able to see all of my mom. We got married in 2011. So I was with his family back home. This family came to in 2013.
Okay.
So getting here, it was something else. I couldn't say him out. That was how the marriage just crashed anyway. And then back home, I haven't got anybody. I've left my job and all those things. I just have to move on with myself here.
Okay.
So visa expired in 2015 June. But I was able. The lawyer put another application for me before the expiring date. So that's why I was more later on to recently on a big Malay report. So, and they did decide even on that application. I don't know my hope. I just want to know.
What type of application was that?
Spouse visa.
Without him, Abby?
With him.
Oh, you put it in, you put your application in for extension under him.
Oh, without him.
Exactly,
Yeah,
now, without him. Me. What makes your lawyer think that he's going to succeed?
I don't know. And he collected a lot of money. I even went as far as April to know my hope. But he collected money and he didn't even put in until a day to the expiring date. He didn't even tell me that I'm going to pay a subject charge. He just put in without subject charge. It was later when I called home office, I realized that they're supposed to pay that £500 charge, which I did. So I don't know why. They've told me to stop working, so I've stopped working now. I don't know.
Do you have child together?
No.
Is there any child between two of you?
No.
You haven't
After
got...
the marriage, it was discovered that I got a fibroid, which he told me that when I came into this place, I would got treatment and would start a family. But the story just changed, and nothing that's not this one.
But if it's not working properly, could you not return back to Nigeria and divorce him here?
Sorry, ma?
If the marriage is not going ahead properly, it's not working properly, could you not return back home?
I don't have anywhere to go home, ma. That's just the problem. I don't have job, I don't have any home to go back to. My mom is late. I think that my mom is there now. I have to go back.
And he brought you to the country from Nigeria, isn't he?
Yes. I was even staying with his family after the wedding.
So you came in as a spouse, yes, for under spouse visa. Were you given 2.5 years,
2.5 years.
the 30 months, yeah? So obviously you're supposed to apply for another 2.5 years with his consent. Yes. But he brought you in and he has absconded now.
Yes.
That leaves me in a very difficult situation, you know, because it leaves me in a tight corner. You know, I don't know how to put in my advice.
I'm going to sign 22nd of February now. I don't just know why.
And it's not that there is domestic violence between two of you, because if there is domestic violence, you should have get evidence from the police or the Women Refugee Center, and then make application based on that.
No, really, they even show me up to make it the domestic violence.
But that was an emotional one. That's emotional violence, you know, without even making what is it called? Yeah, that's the emotional one. That trauma is even difficult than the violence. You know.
That was I've been living since 2013.
Anyway, if you will need my advice in future, you may have to come to the office and let me have the detailed analysis of what is happening and see how I can advise properly in detail. I think you got into the hands of a wrong lawyer at the beginning. You know, the application shouldn't have just gone in like that straight away. There's supposed to be a way out first to see if there can be rectification before going in. Of course, if there is no evidence of violence between two of you, the Secretary of State will not grant it. Okay, so if you need my advice, you can call the office and book appointments on Monday to see me. Yeah. All right, thank you. Bye. That is to do with marriage application, but then it's difficult to know the background unless if she comes to the office. It's a very difficult one. You cannot just run to conclusion straight away. You have to get the gist of it. Yeah, it's an abuse, I know. Somebody says it's an abuse when he knew the lady's problem, brought her in and abandoned her in a foreign land. Of course, it's only God that can intervene in that situation. That is a common problem between the Nigerian men and Nigerian women. They will go to Nigeria and go and bring in a lady, and they brought them to the country, get the first set of visa, first year visa for them. After a while, they will leave them helplessly in a way that they cannot help themselves. The front they cannot move to, the back they cannot return to. As you can see now, the lady said that she cannot go back home because there is no one to go back to. But then what are the things that were submitted in our application to the Secretary of State? What are the things that were submitted for them to believe our story? It's a serious one. It's a serious matter. Hello? Hello? I can't hear you, so I have to pick up another call straight away. Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now very well.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
I just want to make inquiry if you have a partner and she's got a daughter and it's actually your stepdaughter, not even your child.
Okay.
And you make an application and you are granted based on your family life.
Yeah.
If anything happens along the line, because we had some issues like normal issues, and I was sent her to the house, and she said she doesn't want me anymore. And then what do you think I can do to renew my status? I was granted my card. It doesn't say spouse or anything because we are partners. As a partner, so I think I was granted based on the child.
So let me ask a question. That child in particular that you just mentioned, is it your biological child?
No. It's my stepchild.
But you and the mother are not in good time?
Yeah.
Oof. She has sent you back to square one.
So what do you think I can do now?
Book appointment and see me in the office.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't hear that.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right, bye.
Goodbye.
My secretary will take phone calls on Monday for those who want to book appointment to see me. So phone in on Monday and have your time to see me. You will call in on Monday and then you will get a slot to see me for advice. it's a serious matter. If the child is not yours and you initially granted application under that child, and you and the child mother are not together anymore, she has sent you back to square one, and that's a serious matter. Yes, hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm about to put in my application.
Okay.
My wife, I'm
Yeah.
a Nigerian. She's a Ugandan, but she holds British passport. So we're about to put in my application. So I don't really know how to go about it or whatever.
You can't do it yourself. You can't do it. Don't try it. Don't try it. If you have a British partner and you are non-European, you want to make an application, you are making it outside the rules. Application outside the rules are complex. They're not straightforward. So that is why a lot of people send themselves back to square one, because they did it themselves. So they put themselves into trouble. Okay? So don't try it yourself. Come and see me in the office. Let me first of all advise you at initial stage, which is the consultation period, to know whether you have to put it in now or not. And then you go and decide whether you want to instruct my practice or not.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Hello?
Good evening, madam.
Good evening. I pick it up because I know you are calling from Nigeria.
Okay.
How can I help
So
you?
I sent a message earlier. My name is Jamie.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to make an inquiry about something.
Okay.
Yeah, my wife was born in the UK in 1988, so she got her PhD, baby book, the hospital details and all that. The documents I have everything here. So is there any chance of getting a citizenship and all that?
Say it again.
My wife was born in the UK.
1988. Mm-hmm.
So I have all her hospital documents.
Unfortunately, she was born outside the British Nationality Act. So she was born at the time the new act was introduced. So she was born outside the old one. Anyone that born outside the old one would not be automatic British.
Okay.
And where is she?
She's in Lagos, Nigeria. We are together presently.
Nah, she can only come in and get visa like other people. It's just that she will be carrying British birth certificate for life, and her place of birth for life will be London. But that does not confirm her as a citizen of the UK because she was born outside 1981.
Okay. Thank you. So there's no chances of getting anything. So we can just go to the States to read it and all that.
She can only apply as a visitor and come to UK and come and visit and go back.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am.
You're welcome, sir. Bye. That's another area that is very complex and people need to understand it properly. That area is a bit complex. When it comes to British Nationality Act, it's quite complex. And it's not automatic. So you need to know when you are born. 1988 is not automatic British anymore. At the time she was born, she's supposed to stay in the UK continuously for 5 years before her parents took her away. At her time, it was 5 years staying, not 10 years. So if her parents have failed her by taking her, returning her back to Nigeria without applying for British passport for her, then it means she lost it. So coming to UK, she will have to apply like any ordinary visitor coming to United Kingdom. Unfortunately, that's the law. Hello? Hello? Yeah, can you hear me? I can't now. Okay. Only marry ọkọ anytime. All she needs to do is to have a Nigerian passport, and then the husband will have to approach the local registry for marriage application. She doesn't have to have a child if her husband is Irish national. The requirement of having another 18-year-old child is not prerequisite. It's not required. It's not needed in that application. It is only required under the immigration application. But under the European one, it is not required. So that's just it.
Okay, ma.
Yeah.
So,
I would advise them to come for advice before approaching the authority for anything.
Okay, ma.
Yeah.
Ma.
It's all right. Thank you for calling. Yeah, bye. Right. Yorùbá ní pé kò kí ń dùn kó pọ̀. Wọ́n ní ṣókí ni ọbẹ̀ oge. You understand? I like to make it short. If you have any online questions, I'm ready to take online questions, but I'm not taking phone call questions anymore. If we have online questions, I am more than ready to take online questions. I know you don't know my time, so that's why. But I'm happy with the way it's going on like this. I only want to get the message across to those who need it. So I'm very happy. I am humble. I appreciate you all for your support. For all those who are online, you are all fantastic. The thing is that the numbers of people that have the information at the moment is important. Because by the time we wake up tomorrow, it will have been spread more than 100 folds. So I want to appreciate you all. I want to thank you. I want to continue to recognize you. All of you that you are giving the support, you are all wonderful. I want to pray for you. As you have shown your support, you will never lack. You will never find wanting. Ọmọ ẹlẹ́ran yóò ní jẹ̀gún, ọmọ aláṣọ yóò ní wàkísà. Mo fi inú àti ọkàn mo fi gbàdúrà fún yín. The Lord in His own mercy will continue to favor you in all ramifications. Anything you ask for, you will receive it from God, because it's the only person who can provide your needs, not me, not anyone. So I pray for you with this medium today that you will not lack in the name of Jesus. You will never lack. All the time that you are always come on to listen and pass it on to your friends and family that will need this advice. You won't lack. As you are helping others, the Lord will send the angels from heaven to continue to help you as well. May the Lord continue to be with all of us and grant us all our heart's desires. Blessed Saturday and nice weekend ahead. Enjoy yourself. I have to leave office now. Thank you for your support. You're all wonderful. Call office. We are open Monday to Friday in the office from 9:30 till 5:30. Book appointments during the week on Monday to Friday on 0208 309 8808. Try to avoid common mistakes where you are making application to come to the United Kingdom. Come for advice. I have office in Lagos. You can trace it back and go to them there and take advice. The telephone number for my office, anytime you want to call office in Lagos, is on 0813 456 6319. That is the telephone number in the office in Lagos. Lagos office, let's do it this way. Lagos office number is 0813 456 6319. We are currently at Obafemi Awolowo. Currently at Obafemi Awolowo Way, Ikeja Plaza View. Plaza View, room 54B. So you can call and book appointments to go and see them there. You know, you will go there, you will book appointments, and you go and see them. You know, so that's the phone number for all those who want to come to UK that need consultation, that need advice, that need assistance of my office or myself to assist you. And if you are in Nigeria, especially in Lagos, then come to my office and come and take advice, so that you will not fall foul. That office address will soon change to Ogba GRA, but in the meantime, it's that's the address at the moment. I appreciate you all. Thank you for your support.